So the Straw Hat crew show up at Orangetown, and they're greeted by Captain Usopp of the Usopp Pirates and his 10,000 men, which is three small boys in the bushes putting flags up to make it look like there's more people. The Luffy and them don't back down, and they end up making friends with Usopp pretty much straight away. He's happy that there's pirates there because his dad was a pirate, and Luffy basically just goes, "Oh, Usopp, you're Yasopp's son." Which, this is really weird that Usopp just like, "Oh my god, you know my dad? That's amazing. I love how you got to be friends with him." Instead of being like, "My dad abandoned me as a child, and you got to spend time with him. Only a few islands over." Like, literally, like, 10 years, it's about 10 years before this when Yasopp's just hanging around with Luffy in a bar. And not once does Yasopp go, "Shanks, my son's just a couple of islands over. Do you think it would be alright if we stop by and see him? Him and me dying wife."
Yeah.
He doesn't. And Usopp's still like, "Oh, my dad's an amazing pirate. What a great guy."
It's proper copium because it's like, it's the equivalent of your dad going, "Oh, I'm just going to the bookies because that's what my life is about now. I'm not ready for kids. I'm going to the bookies. I'll be back maybe sometime in the future." "All right, Dad. Brilliant. Oh, Mom's dead. I still love my dad though. He's great at going to Labrokes."
But this is proper messed up Usopp as well. It's a bit of a tragic backstory, and he's turned into the boy who cried pirate, where he runs into town every day going, "Pirates are coming, pirates are coming," and everyone's just like, "Oh, for fuck's sake, man, Usopp's doing that thing again."
Aye.
And he's a proper little liar, and he's basically based on Pinocchio, isn't he? Because he's got his long Pinocchio nose. I didn't mention before about Zorro. Obviously, Zorro is based on Zorro, like, you know, like the mask of Zorro.
Bandana.
Originally, he was having to be called Zolo or Zolo. Change his name for like copyright reasons and stuff like that. So you might read some stuff about people talking about Roronoa Zolo.
Is that because this was released in 96, the anime, wasn't it? Or 98? One was the manga and one was the anime.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's just when Antonio Banderas and Zorro was peak, wasn't it?
Yeah. I was literally watching some stuff from that the other day as well. Mint film. But yeah, so Usopp is doing the boy who cried wolf thing, and nobody believes him because he's just the town idiot. He's got a friend called Kaya, who he goes to see every day, and he tells her stories about his life as a pirate and his adventures on the seas, which are all lies and made up stories. And he keeps getting chased away by her butler, Clahador. And
Is he called Platador though?
Yeah, it doesn't take long for us to find out that he's actually Captain Kuro of the Black Cat Pirates. And he's just a massive dickhead. And he's only posing as a butler so he can kill Kaya when she turns 18 and have her leave all of her fortune to him. Because he just wants to live a life of luxury without being chased by the Marines anymore. He is having meetings with Django. Not Django! Not that one. Django, the weird pirate guy that like walks backwards places. He's got his hippie glasses
Hypnotizes
on. Yeah. So he is in touch with Kuro and the Black Cat pirate crew. And there's a plan for them to come in and basically annihilate everyone in the village, and for them to kill Kaya in the mayhem, accidentally. So Luffy and Usopp overhear this from a cliff. There's like some stuff happens. Luffy falls off the cliff. Everyone thinks he's dead, but he's rubber, so he's not. And Usopp goes back into town to be like, "The pirates are already here." And everyone's just like,
whatever.
"Shut up, Usopp." And he gets chased out
Aye.
of town with like pitchforks and torches and stuff. He gets shot at one point. Is it Mary that shoots him? I think.
I think
Sheep,
so.
sheep
Yeah.
gang.
Yeah.
Um, and then the pirates show up, and there's a big fight between Luffy and Zoro. I think Nami does Nami even join in?
No, because she sniffs around the manor because the young lass that Usopp's been like flirting with and telling these pirate tales to, she's
Yep.
like, oh, she's really rich, and I want money for some reason. We'll get into
Yeah.
later. So I'm sure she does that. So she's like kind of in the background, but
Yeah.
kind of snooping about.
Yeah. Nami's always a like she's a main character, but she's a bit of a background character when it comes to fighting a lot of the time. She's like one of the weaker members of the crew at the moment. Um,
Yeah.
so the rest of the people just fight off the pirates, and this is like the first big battle that we kind of see where there's a lot of pirates, and Luffy and Zoro basically do all the work, fending them off.
Yeah. For a
Um,
change.
yeah, and then Luffy takes on Captain Kuro. He does his out of the bag attack, um,
Hmm.
and yeah, that's the end of Captain Kuro pretty much. It beats him
Yeah.
up, and all of the pirates take off, apart from Django, who is unconscious in the woods. Because is it
Yeah.
Zoro and Usopp going to take him on?
Yep. Yeah.
Um,
Um,
he-
I think there's a point where there's a point in this which I really like. I'm not a fan of the Syrup Village arc.
yeah,
I think I don't like the pirates that are on it only because the cats and the cat themed. I'm sensing that whenever they're fighting someone, every crew has their thing, like Buggy and the Circus Pirates, and
yeah,
Kuro and his cat and his glasses where he's like this all the time, and his little long claws.
yeah. There's
But
there's a lot of themes. There's like cake pirates and all sorts.
which is fine. I just didn't like this theme. Plus, but there's a point where Usopp's been like beaten to the ground. He's a weakling with a little catapult, and there's Luffy and Zoro, and they're just kind of like in the background watching the fight. Um, Usopp's continually getting knocked down very easily, and they won't do anything until he uh like wants to shows that he's going to do something instead of relying on someone else to do it, which I
Yeah,
think's a proper class moment. So at that moment where Usopp's like his legs are buckling and he cannot like stand up properly, Zoro's just like he starts to go after the girl who's getting kidnapped by Django, and Zoro's basically just like, I'll carry you because you're actually doing something.
I thought you were going to be like, oh, there's a bit I really like, and I thought you were going to say when Django gets the shovel up the bum. Uh,
Oh yeah, Django gets a shovel up his bum by minor children. That happens.
how did
But
how did you
yeah,
how did you feel about Usopp's backstory though, with like the whole like his dad's left and his mom's dying, so he keeps like running back to his mom saying, "Oh, the pirates are coming," and it's because he wants his dad to come back, kind of thing, and he's like, "Dad's coming back to be with us." Did you have any emotion with that?
I don't think it was sad enough.
No.
So at this time, at the time of watching it, I'm guessing that'll improve with time. But I don't like Usopp as a character. I think his backstory's a bit meh. His dad was a couple of islands over, and he was like, "Nah, I'm not even going to see him." He's a boy who cried wolf. The village kind of do have a love-hate relationship with him, but I just have a he's
Yeah.
he's just a cowardly wimp at the minute.
Yeah, I
Even when
mean,
you get up to the Log Town, it's like he's still a sniveling coward. He's kind of like Kobe with a bit older, and he kind of has a skill.
Usopp's always going to have his like sort of cowardly ways and how he's lying a lot of the time, but he has his moments to shine. So I still
He
don't like him,
does,
but there is moments where it's like, oh wow, he's actually doing something for once. Um,
yeah.
a lot of like, I need to like pay attention to all of the lies that he tells as well. on me second go through this because
Right.
I've read stuff that says that all of his lies end up coming true. So I don't know if he's going to like fight like a giant goldfish and be on an island of poo and stuff like that.
Right.
I mean, I don't think that's happened yet. I can't really remember. I don't think he's fought a giant fish. But
Because he does say a lot, even so. If it all comes true, then he's going to be a captain of he's in a proper sea warrior, isn't he? Then
yeah, hopefully. But
hopefully, because I want him, I want to like him, but at the minute he's just a sniveling little coward, and it. I don't think he serves a purpose on the crew yet. He might have potential and promise, but
I promise there will be moments where Usopp is an absolute badass.
right,
But
okay,
he's still a sniveling wimp. So, anyway, they defeat Captain Kuro, and then they ask Kaya for a boat, and she happily gives them a new boat called the Going Merry, named after
yes.
our other servant, Sheep Boy, Merry.
Also, I think that them getting the Going Merry is the best thing about this arc.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Like I don't know if Usopp just suddenly appeared, it would have been better. I think I just don't like Kuroni's cat people. I just don't get it. Didn't enjoy it. Yeah. And even Usopp's crew at the end, when obviously Kuro's down and disappeared or whatever, all of the crew are gone. The three kids are just like, oh, actually, I want to be an engineer. Actually, I want to be a chef.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to continue this on.
So we also found out that Captain Kuro wasn't defeated by by Axan Morgan, and
Yep.
he just basically killed all the Marines on the boat that Morgan was on, and then said to Morgan, "Oh, they hypnotized Morgan, didn't they?" So that he thought that somebody else was Captain Kuro, just a lookalike,
Yep.
the most unlucky bloke in the world, just some random guy with black hair and glasses, and it's like, oh, you're gonna die now, because everyone thinks you're this person, and that's how Axan Morgan got his position there. That is hilarious, but very unfortunate for that bloke. Next up, we have the Baratier.
Thanks for watching today's episode. Make sure to like and subscribe, and tune in next time for more Straw Chat.